Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working on the Kaypro 2/84. And this is not what you would normally get on a Kaypro. This is DOS shell from MS-DOS 5. But we're using my IBM 5150 to help us work on these floppy drives. So let me show you what we got here. We got the 5150. We got this is a floppy drive out of Kaypro. This is the floppy drive out of the Commodore. So let's see if we exit out of DOS shell. Sorry, I should have been ready with that. Let's see. Alt. Oh. And let's go to this. Here we go. Alt. Exit. dir. Okay, so we only have command.com. There's only, oh, that one's showing the full capacity of the disk. All right, I thought I had a 160K disk around here. But anyway, that's showing you this disk works. Let's go, we're gonna put this now into the B drive, which is from the Kaypro. And there we go. Okay, so, actually I'm gonna pop this out. Go back in here. And so one of the big tests I like to do if I'm working on a floppy disk is to take a blank and format it. So this doesn't look good, but whatever. Format oh, let's go back to the C drive. I always like to be on the C drive first. Format B:/F:160 because that's a 160K drive, I think. Yeah. Now I'm forgetting my capacities. Oh, we're gonna have to do format /question mark. Format /question mark. Yeah, 160. All right. Yeah, 160, 180. I get those confused. Format B:/F:160/S. We'll put the system on there just to get some files ready. And if we go back to here, we got the floppy drive working. And so when we were working on this last time with the Kaypro, we didn't know if the floppy drives were bad. We didn't know if the disks were bad. Turns out a little bit of both. I think the disks are definitely bad, but this floppy drive works. The other floppy drive has some issues, and that's what we're going to be working on. So while that's formatting, let me say hi to folks in the chat because we're late and I still haven't said hi to folks. We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Hardware Hacker, Alan Gracia, All Things DG, Asmodeus, Devil Duke. Oh, well, Gut Bomb is here. I803866SX is here. I'm getting better at saying that more smoothly. Jack68K. Rudy's Retro Intel. Who else? Am I missing anyone? I think that's everyone I see. So, yeah, Alan Gracia recently got a 5150. We're at 5150 buds. Although, mine has a SCSI disc and a blue SCSI. So, you know, I'm kind of special like that. Okay, so this thing just formatted. We can see if we go to B:, do a dir, we got our command.com on there. Oh, maybe you can't see that. There you go. Got command.com on there. It's fun when you put command.com on a 160K floppy, you're left with only 40K of spare space. These 160K drives are not doing a whole lot. So this is going to be our test bed for if we get the other floppy disk working. One of the things I need to do, I need to go grab my, here, go look at this again. I need to go grab my voltmeter, which I had working on another project. I have like 4 different stations set up right now. I'm trying to get stuff ready to sell it. MIT Swap Fest tomorrow, and it's not going well. I'm not having a whole lot of luck getting stuff ready to sell. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna see in a little bit that this resistor right here had some major issues. All right, so it's 5.17. Wow. Going from 11.87 down to 5.18. Okay. So how I figured out that the other drive was bad is I took my little FLIR cam, oops, that I hook up on my iPhone, and I can't use this on stream because, well, I use my iPhone to stream. So I was looking at this, and I was looking at both floppy drives next to each other, and I noticed that this resistor was warm on this drive, but it was not warm on the other drive. And so let's shut down this for a moment, push this aside, and then let's grab our microscope, and let me show you what we're working with here. Oh my God. Got one of these printed up. This is the floppy disk cleaner, so hopefully we'll be able to recover some of the other floppies. Oh, also, shout out to Jamie's Hack Shack. Got a new batch of stickers in this week. MacGyver School of Engineering, very approved here at the Big Bad Bench. Got this one. I don't know exactly what this is, but I think this is actually the key code for a double left arrow, if I'm interpreting that properly. Never stop tinkering. Jamie's Hack Shack, awesome. And don't let hate incubate. Excellent stickers from Jamie's Hack Shack. Thanks for sending them along. Hey, it's Mac84. Hello, Steve. And who else did I see showed up? Thomas Armstrong. Hello. So let me show you this resistor under the microscope. Yes, we're working with floppies. That's not the microscope, that's my face. Okay. So there's some dog hair. And here's this resistor. So if you've never seen a resistor before, they're not supposed to be in two parts. So I think that there might be something wrong with this resistor if I'm interpreting this properly. So here's a weird thing. Let me go grab this. So this is the controller board out of the floppy. So if we look here, this was where there was some really bad capacitor leakage. So one of the fun bits, let's see, I can turn the soldering iron on. This little hole right here is not supposed to be a hole. If we look at the bottom of that resistor, that was lined up perfectly. So this thing actually shorted out against the PCB, which is wild. And it burned a little hole into the PCB. But here's the weirder thing. Let's go to, oh man, where are we? This? Yeah. So I found this when I was looking for schematics for this TEC FB-501 floppy drive. I came across this Reddit thread which had a link to a picture of the same exact problem with another floppy disk or floppy drive. That resistor was showing a problem with that floppy drive right there. So I believe this is a 110 ohm resistor. So we're gonna try to fix that. But as I was looking around, it turns out that this trace is also bad, which might have been burned out because of the stuff happening here. I don't know. But we got to fix that trace. This trace I know is bad. because I fixed it before, but when I was cleaning all this stuff up, it re-broked. So we got to fix this. So hopefully after we fix these two traces and put a new resistor on, this should be good to go. Now, here's the thing. I bought a big pack. Happy little traces. Yes, we're gonna have happy little traces. So I bought a giant pack of an assorted pack of 1 watt resistors because I had no 1 watt resistors, and this resistor should be a 100 ohm or 110 ohm if I'm looking at this properly. If people want to validate this for me, that looks like 110 ohm to me, right? R13 doesn't look healthy. We can double check them. Yeah. Yeah, nothing looks healthy on this part of the board. And this board has been ultrasonically cleaned, so it's just a mess. But from what I've been able to figure out, this is the bulk of our issues. We can double check. Let's see here. I can't show you both the... let's go to ohms mode here. If we go to R13, we're at about 15 mega ohms. If we check that on the good drive, oof, okay, we're 472. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. That thing is totally detached. Yep, look at that. Oh. Okay, so let's see. We got a yellow, purple, brown, gold. Yellow, purple, brown, gold. Does anyone know what that is off the top of your head? I forget, where is my... If Tech Knight were here, I'm sure he'd have that memorized out of his brain. Oh man, I had a really nice... little, I think it's DigiKey resistor. Yeah, there we go. So our first one is yellow. Next one, violet. Okay, sorry, it's violet. And then we have brown. And gold. 470 ohms, and that other one measured at 500 something, which, you know, that kind of makes sense. $470. Nope, that's perfect. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get that out of there. Hey, Mr. Tech Gadget. I think I just bought something from you, Mr. Tech Gadget. Do you have a Tindy store that you sell the Apple II whatchamadoodle, the Apple IIc DVI? Let's get the big side out first. Which one looks sus now? Thomas Armstrong, hello. You're going. Where'd you go? Oh my gosh, I lost a resistor. Okay. So yeah, the caps seem to do some major damage here. R13, is that one bad too? Well, we just did what? Yeah, so that's R11, R12, R13, R14. So 12, do we think 12 is bad too? That one's saying 560 ohms. 560 ohms. So that one's good. This guy is still good. This guy, 10 kilo ohms. Oh, you can't see what I'm seeing. This one, 10 kilo ohms. Okay. So these are good. Well, we may as well check this guy while we're here. 14.8 kilo ohms. 14.8 kilo ohms. Okay. So that's good. That's some good. All right, let's add a little flux. We'll take off the... We'll use our soldering wick to get rid of this. Oh, man. Shoot, already, oh, 470, right? Yep. And there. Gotta make sure that doesn't short out against this other bits. Come on, give me your juice. Do you gonna make me take out the solder pult? Oh, you're gonna make me take out the solder pult. If I was using Chungus iron, this would go more smoothly. Oh, looking at the wrong. We're actually over here this time. Get over there. Oh, Kaypro floppy drive. It's like it doesn't want to live. Alrighty, so one of the other things that I started mentioning and I got sidetracked, excuse me, is that my multi-pack of 1 watt resistors did not come with 110 ohm value. So we're gonna have to BigBadBench this up a little bit, and we're gonna have to put in a couple resistors in series because I have 100 ohms and I have 10 ohms. So if I'm doing my math right, we're gonna put them in a series. Does the IC to the left, look at the IC to the left of VR1. I think that's just sticky. I think it's just got junk on it. I don't think it's actually cracked. Okay, so let's cram that in there because we know we got to fix that trace. And then we need to find regular resistors that are 500. Uh-oh. My giant pack of regular resistors has disappeared. Where did you go, giant pack of regular resistors? Hold, please. One moment. I think I lost my regular pack of regular resistors. If so, we're going mega jank on this. Oh no. My last remaining bits from Radio Shack. Okay, all right. My resistor pack is missing. So, if we look here, actually this could probably help us a little bit. There's no traces running underneath there. So what we're gonna do is hopefully, there we go, 470 ohm, right? So let's use a 1206 resistor. Bodge that on there. That's gotta work, right? Hello, Retro Viator. Yes, resistors are one of the few things that are left cheap in this hobby. It's like it was made for it. That's totally gonna work. I'm sure that resistor pack's around here somewhere. I'm sorry. I'll find it. Find it someday, but for the purpose of this'll work. I'm going high tech with this 160K floppy drive. Let's really blob this up, make sure that that is going, that the solder is going all the way through that via, because I worry about the quality of some of these vias. Okay, so now we're gonna make a little dealie. Since we had to shift this one ever so slightly and it's not gonna reach, we needed a bodge wire here anyway. So let's make a replacement little guy. This is like surgery. I should have been a surgeon. I couldn't have been a surgeon. I get really sick with blood when I see blood. So that's not a thing that would happen. Come on. Go to your place. There you go. Look at that. That's gonna be nice. I'm gonna just pinch you a little bit. Alright, who all thinks this is gonna fail miserably and this floppy drive is gonna explode? Jack 68K. Surgeons use less flux. You don't know that. That's hilarious. Let's fill that via up. Again, I apologize that this is not as smooth as it should be. If I were doing this off stream, it would probably go a little smoother, but my microscope only gives me one eye when I'm using the camera, so it's a little bit more difficult to do this with loss of depth perception. There we go. I know, Trina, you're always here for the explosions. Oh, look at that. That is nice. This almost looks like it was being done by someone that knows what they're doing. So Gupam just sent me some pictures of a LC 575 board, and he's having some issues. But this is actually how he lost some pads, and it happens. Those pads are very weak on those. So when I redo all the pads, I take everything off, I go to the vias that are closest to the situation, and I rerun, like I make little pads up out of, this is Ethernet wire, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I use Ethernet wire, a single lead from that to make my traces. Makes the job a little bit cleaner, I guess, than opposed to, we know I love my enameled wire here, but sometimes you can make the job look a little bit cleaner by doing this kind of stuff. I was hoping that we were going to work on the 575 board at Swap Fest tomorrow. It'd be fun to do some board repairs in a parking garage in Boston. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, that trace has been repaired. All right, Steve, you still here? How does that trace look compared to your trace repair work? We gotta do another one. Yes, we're gonna need a cup of Janka at the MIT Swap Fest. So we gotta put one in here. This is going to be difficult because this thing got screwed up. Here I thought this was going to be a quick stream, Nope. Nope. Let's curve this around a little bit. There we go. Look at that. That's nice. Alan's gonna die on that hill. That little flux. So something I always forget to do is pull my plunger back when I'm using my flux, and then it leaks all over and it makes a giant mess. You should always pull your plunger back so that your flux doesn't go oozing out where you don't want it to go. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, I think that's that. Now I guess we should check to see if these traces go where they need to go. So this guy, I'm gonna put you there. I think this one comes around and goes to like the 4th. No. Oh no, I do have some trace exposed there. There it is. Yay! That one goes. This one. Where do you go, guy? Oh. Move my finger. Okay, so that one goes where it needs to go. Alrighty. Alright, so now we got to put the big honkin' resistor. Oh, shoot. We also lost a diode. Oh no, I lost that diode. Oh no. Where'd that diode go? Uh-oh. We might be dead in our tracks here. Shoot, I did have that diode. There's supposed to be a diode up here. That's not good. So we got a little tiny guy. Well, I only have one of that style. So let's just use the one I have. That can't be bad, right? Asmodeus is correct. It is most likely on the floor in a pile of dog hair, because that's where everything winds up in my workshop. If our diodes look the same, that means they have to be the same. Thomas Armstrong's probably losing it right now. Listen to me talk like that. Okay, so those two holes there. I'm sure I'll find the diode, the right diode eventually. There we go. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Doop. Where are we? There we are. Okay. I think Trina might get her way and see an explosion today. All right, and actually, while... Okay, that via doesn't actually go anywhere. Okay, so we can get rid of this. Where was the other one? Oh, okay, here it is. Let's make sure that this trace is still good on this side. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. All right, now we're on to the resistor, R24. So, excuse me, that away. I'm so upset. I bought a couple of these sample books for things, for components that I need, and USPS delivered them to the wrong address, and the people they delivered them to are not responding. Oh man, these are giant honking resistors. And they're not all labeled very well. Oh, this one is labeled 100, so hopefully that's correct. Oh, I think I see it. All right, let's double check to make sure that these are what they're supposed to be. So this one is supposed to be 100. And again, somebody probably knows that off the top of their heads. 100, excellent. And this one's supposed to be 10, excellent. Okie dokie. Oh, we also have to put a capacitor back on. We lost a capacitor somewhere along the way. We should probably put that on first. What kind of capacitor do we need there? That one is a 10 microfarad, 16 volt. 10 microfarad, 16 volt. Lost that one around here too. It's okay. 10 microfarad, 10 volt. 10 microfarad, 16 volt. And the stripe is towards the giant resistor. So that one's going to go there. That's got to go there. This. Okay. We're making progress. We're making progress. Okie dokie. Jack 68K is telling us a funny story. So, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. So how do you think we should do this? If we put this guy down in there. Take these two. Let's shift this over just a skosh. Like that. Gonna bend that over like this. Make that. Oh, Steve, you missed it. I was repairing traces. I wanted to know if my trace repairs were as pretty as yours. Okay. Gonna leave this missing lead just somewhere so that it shorts out against everything. Oh, nope, that one's useful. That one's useful. Okay. This is so gonna work. All right, and then before we do that, I'm gonna bend this lead around, go back around this way. We're gonna come under that, all right? This will come underneath all of that stuff. It'll short out against the other stuff though. Bend that one. This is good stuff. You don't get this kind of stuff everywhere. Okay, so that's not going to be easy to see, but that's up off of the board, so it shouldn't be touching anything. I'm going to snip the back of that real quick. This is going to work great. Nothing is going to go wrong. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Okay. This guy, I'm gonna shift you like that. Gonna trim just a little bit off of there. This is so not gonna work. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Okay, that's good. That is so good. That's clean. Now we gotta put that. There we go. That is some quality workmanship. That, you really don't get this kind of stuff anywhere else. Why would anyone want this stuff anywhere else? Okay, we're gonna fill up this via just to make sure it's conducting okay. And that via, make sure it's conducting okay. That one, uh-oh. Okay. All right, I think we're good. So I guess what we should do is make sure we're not shorting out against things that we're not supposed to. So I guess we'll start here. Why is that shorting out against the thing? Oh, because it's only 10 ohms. Okay, that's fine. What? What? Is this only... No, okay, that's fine. It's not shorting out. It does, beat mode is below the threshold there. Okay. That's fine. This is one of the things that we should be concerned about. So are we beeping there? Okay, so our thing is soldered in. It's not connecting to that. Is this shorted out to that? No. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I think it's time to send this. What do y'all think? Y'all need to see some Janka coffee. There you go. Got your Janka. All right, let's do this. Early grave. All right, so again, we proved earlier that this disk drive worked okay in this context as drive B. This is currently B because I don't have the resistor installed, and this one has the termination resistor built in. So, oh, we gotta actually like put the drive back together. I forgot about that part. All right, so we got two dealies here. One dealie here. And one dealie here. Somewhere there's screws. think I put them in the bag. Okay, that guy's tucked in there. That's all there. Now we gotta find our screws, and I think they're inside the Kaypro. Look at this, Trina. I'm organized. Yep, there's all of our screws. Oh, I didn't lose the diode. I put it in the organizational place. Oh well, if that diode explodes, we'll replace it. I was so organized that I fooled myself. Exactly, Gut Bomb. I always get foiled by that organizational. Whenever I try to do things the right way. Yeah, I mean, Steve, you're like me. We just like to make piles. Piles are really good organizational technique. Okay, I think that is all connected. I'm gonna zoom in on this thing. Hey, Richard. Let's zoom in a little bit in case the fire happens. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. My lights kind of flickered a little bit. That could just be standard 5150 stuff. But it spun briefly and the heads moved slightly. So that's something. Let's check the voltages in that spot. Checked it with the other one. And one side. Oh, you can't see this. Yeah, that's reading 6. That's reading 12. Seems a little high. There's like 5 on the other one. Oh, I left the other disc in. We're booting off of the other floppy. I was wondering why we're getting floppy noise. Okay. Boop, boop. Oh. Well, let's see. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, I said a bad word. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Look at that. It did it. It did it. Okay. All right. So let's get these out of here. And now we got to do the format test. So we're going to take that out. Let's reboot the system. Let it boot into regular DOS that's installed on there. We gotta try the format test. I'm not gonna say that we totally got it yet. Let's see. I found 3 brand new floppy disks from when I was a kid last week. DOS shell takes a little while to boot. There we go. God, I love that teal. God, I love the teal on the DOS shell. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, I found the discs last week from when I was a kid. Format B:/F:160/S. Oh, no. No, it didn't do it. Doesn't like it. Oh, now we're getting an invalid media type. We got fire coming off of there. It was good for a moment, but the moment is gone. Dang. I was so excited. All right, let's stick that disk back into A. We'll format it there. Oops, F:160/S. That's what it looks like when it does good. Yeah, the rando diode, maybe. Maybe that's what gave up the ghost. That would be swell. I don't see any other fires. Did I clean the drive heads? Yeah, I cleaned the drive heads on these. No, we don't need another. Alright, so let's take that disk out of drive A. Put it into B. Let's go to B:. Yeah, so it worked for a second, but it gave up the ghost. Wow. We were so close, people. We were so close. Huh. Let's see here. Let's go back to this. See if this mess exploded here. See this one. 12, 6.8. Yeah, I don't like that 6.8. That seems too high. Let's put the other disc back in and see what that looks like. So one side of that diode had the 6.8, the other one did not. I feel like 6.8 is too high. I feel like we might be breaking something by doing 6.8. That's typically not a value that you see on things. So again, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let's zoom out. And that side, 11.8. That's exactly 5. Diode. Oh, there's nothing on that side of the diode. And that's 5. So I feel like our oh, hello. I feel like our resistor isn't resisting enough. I wonder. So on the other board, this diode had the 6.8 on it. The issue is that, like, we have, checking out this variable resistor over here. I guess I should have looked more closely at the schematic to figure out what that thing was actually doing. Let's look for this. So there's our 5.1 on that pin. So that's 1, 2, let's see, 1, that's 4, 4. That's signals. That's all signals. So yeah, I think that goes to that. Okay. We get signal. That is true. Go back to this. Oh, I should have looked in to see if we destroyed that disk by sticking it in there. I want to check real quick. Does this side come out? Yeah, okay, so that goes directly into there. So that is feeding that. So it's like our series, our resistor series, is not giving us enough resistance. I mean, it's kind of not a, I mean, that's 110 ohms. That's dead on. The other one, it's 110 ohms. Oh. Uh-oh. I think that resistor's dying too. Don't die on me, resistor. What the heck, bro? So we got the proper ohmage. We just, I think we're feeding too much voltage in there. So downstream is definitely this pin. That's definitely connected. And if we look, go back to this one. right? On this is downstream, and that's going dead right there. It's going to that side of that diode. Yeah. So it seems like it's mostly feeding that chip. It's on that leg of that. I think this chip is what's controlling the read heads. That's got some resistance. That is dead. Okay, so let's see if that's going all the places that one was. So if we go here, that's dead on. That's dead on. That's dead on. That one's dead on. That's not supposed to be dead on. Oh no, they both were. Okay. So this is going the places it's going. It's just getting too much voltage. Yeah, the power connector is using both 5 and 12. I mean, I guess we could unjank this and give it some more resistance. See if that makes it happy. Although if this thing was running off of 5 and we gave it 7, that's not good. Let's take a look back underneath the under the microscope. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the diode. Okay. Diode is not lost. So let's see. Can we use our component tester to check the original diode? Okay. So that's that. 753 millivolt, 139 picofarads. So let's pull the diode off that we put on there. Let's see what that one looks like. I'm gonna have to take the PCB off. Tried to get away with not doing it the right way. Gotta do it the right way, John. How many times have we done this where I say, you gotta do it the right way because it takes longer to take shortcuts? That's what we learned today, again. Every time we do it, we learn. Just gotta take the thing off. I hope we didn't burn up this controller chip up here by feeding it 7 volts. That would really suck. The ohms are correct. The ohms are totally correct, though. Retro Viator, can you remember life before this floppy drive? No, I cannot. I mean, like, I don't see anything exploded. I guess one of the things I could do is just look for activity on the drive. Let me check to make sure that this is actually connected properly. That looks a little iffy. Just checking on this one. No, that's good. Oh. Sorry, I'm just double checking what I'm supposed to take off here. Come on, you diode. Let's see if I can get to this side. This is the problem working on this thing. It's like there's so many components that are three-dimensional that you can't get in there. Come on out. Uh-oh. Where the good? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is our good one. I'll put over here, or that's the one on the right side. Oh yeah, let's check out what that diode looked like in here in the component tester. So that's that one. There we go. It actually, the numbers are pretty close. The other one was 753, and I think the same little capacitance rated. So this one is 813. So it's pretty darn close. I think they're the same. But let's get that solder out of those. Oh, sorry. Where are we? There we are. Just looking at all this to make sure they're all connected. Well, once we put that back in, let's just double check to make sure all those things are connected. Now, what the heck? Oh, there's the stripe. I'm pretty sure that stripe goes that way. Let me double check on the other one. Yep, the stripe goes that way. Okay. Let's go to beat mode and double check all these guys. So that, I guess I should clean this up. Look at that, it's a mess. Okay, let's clean up back here a little bit so we can see it a little bit clearer. Yeah, that goes to that pin. So this side of the board, everything's going where it's supposed to go. And this should not be shorted at. Yep. Yeah, and that's connected to that. No, it's not connected to that. Is that connected to that on the other one? Nope. Okay. So that's correct. But this is connected to this plane. What else is connected to that plane? Yep, that's supposed to be connected to that. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good point, hardware hacker. There could be some other things. I mean, we checked all these resistors and they were fine. But oh, we checked those too. They were good. All right, let's clean this up. Let's see if putting the proper diode on there makes any difference. I kind of doubt it. I'm kind of worried we fried that chip, and I guess what we should do is look at the output or figure out what's happening on this chip. This is the chip I'm worried about right now. And I think is Jack 68, I think it was Jack that mentioned it. It seems like they're using the resistors and the diode to sort of be the voltage regulator, which is not ideal. That is some soldering. All right, let's dry this up and give it another shot. Give it another shot. Well, but I mean, so there's 12 volts coming into the one side of this. Maybe, oh, this chip does use 12 volts on one part of it, I did notice. So maybe they just decided to use the same 12 volts to supply everything to make the traces easier. No, that couldn't be it. I think the schematic I was looking at said that this, it looks like it's just kind of like some kind of feedback thing that goes to the chip. But I don't know. I don't know. As Steve said, lousy chips. So let's go back to here. All right. So let's get rid of the 360K drive because I think we formatted that one properly as 160K. All right. So this should be drive 1. Set you aside for a moment. 360K drive. We will put you. I'm gonna go here. Oh no, we got to put the thing back together. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Put the thing back together, John. screws. Let's pretend we're doing this properly all around. I'm gonna move that up just to make sure that moves when we power it up. Okay, so we got to add our terminating resistor now to one of the drives. Gonna be at the end of the chain. So that goes there. That goes there. Let's get our leads out of the computer before we make the fire. Okay, now we can do some direct comparisons between both drives live. Oh, look at that. The head did not move. That's not good. We broke it. We broke it good. Oh. Can't read voltage in resistance mode. So there's our 12. Oh, we're down to 5 now. So that diode did have something to do with it. There's that. Okay. All right, well that's something. Oh, we gotta wait for dust shell to boot up. Come on, dust shell. You can do it. Come on, little 8088. There we go. It's funny how hard it has to work. A:, dir. Okay, that's good. B. Oh, the head moved back. Oh. Well, it found it again, so that's funny. That's just funny. It's a funny guy. Which one? Now I got confused again. What's in my A drive? A:, dir. Okay, so these are both 160K. So now it's time to do the format test. Yeah, as Jack 68K says. So let's go back to C drive, format, B:, /F: 160/S. And let's see what happens. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing it. Look at that little head move. All right, so wrong diode. This system cannot be unformatted if system files are transferred. Proceed, yes. Yeah, it doesn't sound real great. Seems like it needs some lubrication. But we're good. No. All right, let's, okay, let's shut it off. Well, actually, first, let's take this one we just made and put it in the A drive and attempt to boot off of this. Let's try that first. Let's see what happens there. Oh, good point, Richard. I should have done another dir. Sounds like it's, oh, nope, there it goes. Okay, so it did it. It did it. Let's go to B, put that in there, see if we're still working after a reboot. It's showing up there. Okay, so now, let's shut this off. Let's swap our drives. And we got to move our terminating resistor. Okay, let's see if it boots up from this one. Come on, baby. I think the 5150 can't show the memory count when you have a VGA card in. Come on, buddy. Do you need to change the jumpers for the drive ID? So this floppy cable that I'm using has the twist in it, so both floppies need to be set at drive set DS1. There it goes. Yes. So yeah, for this, no. When we put it back in the Kaypro, yes, one of them needs to be DS0 and the other one needs to be DS1. Oh, wow. Well, that was an adventure, huh? So that all took way longer than I thought. So I think we're gonna call this here today. But wow, how about that? I'm gonna do some more testing on the 5150 just because I know I have good files and I know how to use DOS better than other operating systems. So I'll do some more read-write testing with this. Yeah, I wonder what the difference is with the diode. So the one that I put in there, I think, was a switching diode, and yeah, and so maybe that one was a Zener, and maybe that makes a big enough difference. Always dance with the diode you came with. There you go. Well, that's something. It took us a long time, but we got floppy drives that are working, so that's good. Still working after all this time. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try to do another midweek stream again this week, just because I have such a backlog of things I need to do. Hey Joe, how's it going? Yeah, you're late. We got this floppy drive working eventually. So yeah, exactly. It works. Yay, stream over. It was that simple. Turns out, you know, doing some little craziness with this resistor mess, it worked. Just need to use the right diode. Okay. Have a great week, y'all, and yeah, keep your eyes out in case I decide to do another Wednesday afternoon stream. Yeah, oh yeah, check if you're in the Massachusetts area or New England. Check out VCF, MIT Swap Fest tomorrow. I have some stuff loaded in my car, not nearly as much as I would like to, but I have some Blue Scuzzy V1s I'll give away. I'm gonna try to find some stickers and stuff. But yeah, come by my junk. Come by my high quality used computer components. So yeah. All right. Have a great week, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye.